welcome back everybody to another great deck profile video. Jeff is here.
I am.
And we are deep in BT-12.
Yes.
Wouldn't you expect this to be a huge BT-12 ridden deck?
You would expect that. Yeah, I think that's what everyone wants, right?
It's not, but it's a fun deck, guys. We got some new pieces, specifically one new piece out of this new set. But this deck is a lot of fun. It is good in this format from my experience thus far in the format. And this was a challenge deck from Sir Jeff over here. And it's been a lot of fun. So we're getting into Jesmon. Let's just jump into the eggs. So straight out of the gate, I think this is an undebatable egg. This thing just draws you a ton of cards. The Gurimon, if you're 6K or more, which is pretty much all of your Digimon above a level 4, drawing a card. So this deck needs to draw a lot of cards because you need your Jesmons in hand. You need your Sistermons. There's a lot of pieces you need to get your essentially an OTK. Usually it takes 2 turns, but you can pretty much blow through their security real quick with this deck. But you do need some setup for it. So that helps you set up and lets you draw some cards. Now we're going to get into the Huckmon line because we are running all Huckmons all day in this deck for our rookies because they set up our Sistermons and our Jesmons for success. This one is insane. This is probably one of the best searchers in the game. Reveal top 5, grab any 2 of Sister, Jesmon, Huckmon, crazy value out of that card. Once again, it's a Huckmon, so it activates all your Sistermon.
Very strong
effects. Next, we're jumping into the BT-7 Huckmon. This is really good later game. It's really good to have in your Jesmon stack because it does everything you need it to do. When you're digivolving, you are, multiple digivolves in one attack. When you attack, you get to look at the top 5 and grab all Sistermons. So you need those to activate all Jesmon's abilities, obviously. So it's really good if you don't have the pieces in hand. Odds are you're going to get at least 1, probably 2 or more when you scry the top 5. Now we're getting into the new piece that we got. We got a security Huckmon.
That should have been a couple sets ago, but I guess it counts.
Yeah, thanks, Bandai. We finally got it. This card is kind of what inspired me to rehash this deck. I haven't played this deck since BT6. And this one is just so much fun because it kind of mixes with my fun. I love security control. I love all that interaction with your security, and this does everything. So if you hit it in security, pops a 4K, draws a card, and you get to add this card to your hand.
Solid. A
lot of value out of this card. I do know that the new Huckmon that comes out of BT-13 is really, really good, so this is probably going to change up a little bit. Not this one. This guy is a 4 in every deck that I see moving forward. Really good. So that's our level 3s. So once again, we have mulligans. So we are down to the magic number 11 level 3s. Now let's get into our level 4s. We are running 4 of the old BT6 Bow Huckmon. This guy is super duper strong. If you have a Sistermon in play, pop a 5K. So once again, you get to choose your when attacking order. So when you're attacking, you just play a Sistermon with the Jesmon effect, and then you can activate the Papa 5K. This is really good floodgate control, really good for Beelzemon, getting those nasty Impmons off the field, and doing all kinds of fun stuff. So 5K is pretty strong, too, because that pops a lot of 4K or level 4s, too.
Yes.
Very good. That is also a staple in a lot of decks moving forward. As this deck evolves, there are some that kind of get power crept out, but from what I've seen, that one stays really relevant, really strong. This one is really only here because it's searchable by everything. It is a Bow Huckmon. It's just an inheritable plus 1K.
Still good.
It's
plus
still
1,000.
Good, but Jesmon really does. This is the one that comes out for the BT-13. You use this just because it is a Huckmon, activates the Sistermon effects, and you can search it. So it does give you 1K DP more, which is good because, we are trying to swing over that Shoutmon's superior mode in security, right? But you get so much DP with Jesmon anyways, guys. It's pretty crazy. So this one gets power crept out immediately with the new set. But that's all the Bow Huckmons there are in the game right now. So you can't run just 8 level 4s, in my opinion. I feel like you're going to be searching for those pretty hard. So I threw in one more. I like 11 and 9 for my ratios and kind of standard stack building decks. I know this is kind of controversial with you, but this one has been a lot of fun for me because I know you were trying to like go turbo, go 1K.
I love
Fugamon.
this card. Do not get me wrong. Yeah.
But this just makes the Jesmon swing that much more menacing when you do have it in there. I thought about going 4 of this and 1 Bauhuckmon, but this is only searchable by our option card, so it kind of reduces the consistency of the deck a little bit, but if you want to try that, that would be my recommendation. Try going 4 of this, 1 of this, because obviously there's no restriction on the security Greymon, but very good card. Just makes your stack that much more threatening. Let's get into our level 5s. So this deck got nerfed really hard when they took away our Savior Huckmon, right? They gave us 1 Savior, so you only had 1 level 5 that you could search. Now they gave us another one, and this one is great. This one's awesome. It doesn't let you restand like the one that got banned, and it doesn't play a sister when it digivolves. But you can attack your opponents unsuspended when you digivolve into it, which is really good because you're typically going to go onto it with a blitz digivolve Jesmon. And then when attacking, you get to play Sistermon. So you get to play Sistermon with this, you get to play Sistermon with the Jesmon when it swings, and then all those shenanigans. So they gave us a really strong level 5. So we do play, obviously, the one of restricted Savior Huckmon. How are you not going to play that? It plays the Sistermon when it digivolves, and it lets you unsuspend when you swing with your Jesmon. So you get multi-swings. Really, really good. So now we are getting into the card that really kind of helped me realize the strength of Jesmon. And we had a friend of the channel that built Jesmon a couple sets ago, and this was one of the cards that he put in it. And I was like, I forgot that card did that.
Yeah, how good it is, right?
Is you play all these level 4 Sistermon CLs, and then you Chimera them, and then they can swing essentially with Rush for free, which is insane. You get your win con off. I don't think I'm ever going to take this out. This is such a fun way to just win the day, especially when you can, if you already have a level 4, if you have a Bauhuckmon out or in your raising, you can really like turn 2 combo, do some crazy stuff with this. So.
And that card is the only reason we debate over the level 4 Greymon. I love security attack Greymon, but having the Chimera, having a 3-cost hard play Fugamon could help you, DNA into Chimera really fast too. So that's the only argument that there was, guys. Trust me.
Play with it, folks. It is a really strong card. I did try playing with 3 of it at first. 3's a little dangerous because you do end up kind of having that as your only level 5 in hand, and you don't want that as your only way to get your stack that you're trying to make safely in your raising area into Chimera into Jesmon, because that's just not the way to go. But I did take your turbo advice on my last level 5 because I didn't want to run just 7, especially with 2 of them being Chimera. So I picked one more that's red, so it's searchable by our option. So I picked our, Lava Garidamon. 2-cost Evo, level 5, so it's a turbo card. 8K, so pretty strong for a 2-cost Evo, level 5. Really good just to, if that's all you got in your hand, because there's only 2 saviors right now, guys. So this one's restricted, so you can run 5 searchable Huckmon searchable level 5s max. So Lava Garita is really good. Now let's get into our Sistermon line. We're just gonna start stacking them around, I guess. We got 2 Sistermon Blancs, BT-6 blocker, and then we got 2 of the Sistermon CLs. From BT-6. So these are the classics. Remember when you built the first version of the deck, you just ran 4 and 3, I think?
4 and 3, whatever your preference was. Yeah,
this one's really good because when you play it, it just gains you a memory. So you play for free, you get a memory. And it, like I said, you don't need the 1K from the Bauhuckmon because you got power from CL and everything else that Jesmon does. There's a million other ways for Jesmon to gain DP, but these are really strong. And when you play the Sistermon Blanc, draws you a card. So helps you get cards in your hand. Now we get into some of the other guys, the ones we got in like the starter deck. So this is kind of the one that we started putting in Machine Dramon, and we ran it in your other one. Purple. No, your Cyborg deck. Justy.
You
ran it in a couple versions of Justy, so you could pitch 1, draw 2. This is the generic Hagurumon, right? So really good, and it also gives you Decoy, which is really strong against Beelzemon decks. This is how I overcame a Beelzemon opponent in last week's locals.
That makes so much sense. Yeah, okay.
Because they're just going to Rivals Barrage your GX, right?
Yeah.
So, really good. This is my favorite CL. If there was a CL that I would recommend going to 3-2, it would be this one. This is the one that lets you just go ham and Digivolve while you're attacking, back and forth, back and forth. When Digivolving, if it's your turn, very important. because you could play this with like Judgment on your opponent's turn. So it doesn't let you Digivolve on your opponent's turn, because that would be broken, right? On play, if it's your turn, one of your Digimon can Digivolve into a Royal Knight in its traits for its cost. And it gains a memory when it does that. So we'll show you the kind of combo once we get into the level 6s, but really strong. And then we get one of the ST-12. Gives all of your Royal Knights Reboot or Huckmon, so really good. And it's another searcher.
Yeah.
So grabs your pieces that aren't Sistermons. And then the last we run one of the Sistermon Blanc Awakened. This one is a lot of fun. I've loved this card since it came out in BT-7 because it just lets you do kinds of fun things with your Blancs, because you do run 4 Blancs. If you have one in your trash or your hand, when you play this, you can play it for free with Jesmon.
Yeah.
You recover in red.
That's pretty sick. What more could you ask for?
Fun. And if it dies, you can grab a Jesmon GX, out of your trash, or a Sistermon other than herself out of trash. So it's really good for recycling cards. It is a one-of because it's kind of techy. You don't always have the Blancs in trash or in hand, and doesn't do crazy effects like these guys. It's just kind of a good way to grab a piece out of trash, which is kind of a purple effect in red. So you get kind of your yellow effects with your recovery, and then you got your purple effects.
Yeah, you get everything.
You get a lot of package there. So let's get into our Jesmons. We run 3 of the starter deck Jesmon. When Digivolving Blitz, play a Sistermon, carry attack +1, +2k, or +3k. Yeah, so he swings for 15 when he Digivolves, which is huge.
Yeah.
Right? Really strong. If you're going over the Savior that came out with it, you can Blitz into something. So it doesn't have piercing like the other ones, but with the Sistermon CL that lets you Digivolve when you're swinging and playing, you can Digivolve into the Jesmon GX.
Nice.
And this is cool because unlike the Ulforce X and a couple of the other X antibodies, this is a 0 Evo on a Jesmon.
Yeah, the fact that the X antibody Jesmon Digivolves for 0 when like every other card is 1, it's like, well, seriously?
Very, very good. So essentially, if you Digivolve into this with a Sistermon CL, you actually gain a memory from Digivolving, which is crazy, which is really strong. And then this one actually plays a Sistermon when it Digivolves too, and it has piercing. And it lets you attack anything, or all of your Digimon attack unsuspended, and they all get 2k for an extra turn.
That's crazy.
Until the end of your opponent's turn. So it makes all of your Sistermons pretty big, because you're going like 7k, 7k, 5k. So a lot of those like Crimson Blazes and stuff, just
get out of the way.
Get out of the way, just barely. So that's it for our level 6s. I know some people run more than this. I know some people throw in the Genku X just for a little bit of spice, but I wanted to stick with consistency, and so far it's working out really, really well. Mostly because of the option we play. So before we do the 7s, let's just throw it out there. We run 4 red memory boosts. I know this is a hot debated topic because I tried from Master to Disciple multiple times, and I don't like it.
I'm not a fan of that card either. Yeah, in this,
it's so restrictive in the way that it limits you to you can. Yeah, it only costs 2, but the way that you get that memory back, you can only use it when you're Digivolving in the danger zone. It doesn't let you Digivolve for cheaper in the raising area. So to really get the use out of that card, I don't feel that it's there when there's already so much search built into this deck. Whether it's the Sistermon CLs, it's pitch 1, draw 2, the Sistermon CL that is just reveal top 3, 4 red memory boosts that let you grab any of your red Digimon. Yes, you're going to whiff on some of your searchers, but that's what this is for. There's a lot of things that do search out Sistermons too, like the Huckmon. So you get a good balance of search, and when they hit red memory boost in security, it's way better than them hitting the For Master to Disciple. Because yes, you do get to search with that. You do get to put cards in your trash, but I don't know. I really have had so much more success with the red memory boost, just having that extra memory on your opponent's turn, and the fact that you have the stuff that deletes floodgates to stop their memory blockers. I am team red memory boost all the way, folks. And that being said, we're just going to talk about the big boss himself, Jesmon GX. Last 2 cards in the deck. The combos with this are insane. Essentially, you can pretty much go into a GX turn 2 if you have the right Sistermons in your hand.
Wow.
Because you could play... so turn 1, you could play a Sistermon CL, or Digivolve in your raising into a level 3, into a Huckmon, and then play a Sistermon CL for 3, essentially, with the Sistermon CL, because it gains a memory back, right? Then in your next turn, as long as they give you 2 memory, you could push up into, you could raise and then Digivolve for 2 into a Bauhuck, and then you can Chimera those for free.
Yep.
And then you could swing with the Jesmon with Blitz, play this Sistermon, which will let you go into the Jesmon X.
Yeah.
And then that'll play another one of these, which will let you go into the GX. You can tuck another X antibody under that, and all of a sudden you're swinging for like five checks if you have the security Greymon instead of the Bauhuck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, it's crazy. That's turn 2.
Yep.
You know, and it's like, how do they recover from that?
Yeah,
you know, they have.
Can't, yeah.
They don't. But I mean, that's a god hand, right? That's the best way, the best turn 1, right? But now we have mulligans, so you got a couple shots at it. But this is the deck, guys. It is fast. It is strong. And yeah, tell me what you guys think. If you guys have not touched Jesmon in a while because of that nasty Death X card that was out for a while, try it out. It's a lot of fun. I guarantee you'll surprise some people at your locals. So catch us in the next one. We got a lot of great deck profiles coming. We'll see you next time.
Yep.